guys, let's check out Thursday's warm-up. Theo has 30 pencils. He takes 6 pencils. Then he gives 6 pencils to each of his friends until there are none left. How many friends will get pencils from Theo? All right, so let's start with what we know. We know that Theo has 30 pencils. Then what happens? It says he takes 6, so kind of think about what that means. I have 30, and I take 6. Think of it like keeping them for yourself. That's fair, right? So how many pencils does he have? If he had 30, he's going to keep 6 for himself. Yeah, we've got 24 pencils. And then in my story it says, then he gives 6 pencils to each of his friends until there are none left. So what's he doing with this group of pencils? Yeah, he's sharing them out, and he's sharing them in equal groups. So for every friend, they're going to get 6 pencils. Okay, so I could do a couple of things with this. I could start with my total, and I could take a group of 6 away because a friend is going to get a group of 6. And I could keep doing that until there are none left. I could repeatedly subtract. When I can do repeated subtraction, that's also the same as division, right? Got my total, 24, and I'm bundling or grouping the pencils in groups of 6. Okay, you can also think of it as a relationship. All right, so I've got friends and I've got pencils. One friend I know can have how many pencils? What's he going to give them? Yeah, 6. Well, that means 2 friends. How many pencils would I have gotten rid of at that point? Yeah, 12. So I could keep going. There's lots of ways that I could do this. But what I want to know is how many friends are going to get pencils from Theo. I've got 24 pencils. I'm going to put them into groups of 6. How many friends am I going to be able to give pencils to? Go ahead and pause the video and give it a try. All right, so hopefully you've had time to solve that. Got 24 divided into groups of 6. All right, so thinking you can do it in this relationship that we did. And I could keep going. I still have pencils I can give away. I've only given away 12 pencils, and I need to give away 24 of them. So I could keep going. So I can make another group of pencils for friends. And that would be 18. And I still have pencils I can give away. So let's see if I can make another group. Okay. 18 plus 6 more gives me 24. Okay, so how many friends were I able to give pencils to? Yeah, 24 divided into groups of 6 equals 4. So I've got 4 friends that I can be able to give these pencils to. All right, let's look at our next one. The data from the survey of 12 students shows how many video games they rented during the past month. Okay, so these numbers represent the number of video games. Okay, and this represents the number of students. Okay, so there's a lot of information here. Let's start by labeling our dot plot. So how many people, how many students rented 2 video games? We have 1. We've got 1 that rented 3. We've got 3 that rented 4 video games for the month. We have 4 that rented 5 video games. We have 2 that rented 6 video games this month. And then we've got 1 that rented 10 video games. All right, so let's look at our question. Which statement is not true based on the data shown? The total number of video games rented by 4 students last month is 3. Okay, remember that this right here represents our students. So where do we have 4 students? We have that right here at 5 video games, and it says it at 3. So that's a possibility. Let's keep looking. The total number of students that rented 5 or 6 video games last month is 6. Okay, so rented 5 or 6. So when I look at that, 5 video games, 6 video games, we had 4 students and 2 students, so that's 6. So that's true. I'm going to put like a little T right here. That's true. The total number of video games rented by only 1 student is 15. So when I look at that, I've got 1 here, got 1 here. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, plus the 10 here, that would give me 15. So that's true. The total number of students rented 2, 3, or 10 video games is 3. Okay, so think about that for a second. Okay, so the total number of students, we're just looking at the students that rented 2, 3, and 10. So about 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. That does equal 3, so that's true. The only one that can't be true is A. Good job, guys.